That's the part that made the headlines, and that's what scared a lot of people. So, what is this bill that everyone is talking about? The bill is actually called the Exclusive Citizenship Act of 2025, and it was proposed by U.S. Senator Moreno. In very simple terms, this proposed bill would force U.S. citizens who hold another citizenship in another country to make a choice. Under the proposal, dual citizens would have 1 year to either formally renounce their foreign citizenship or renounce their U.S. citizenship. And if they do nothing during that year, the bill claims they would automatically lose their U.S. citizenship. That's the part that made the headlines, and that's what scared a lot of people. So let's talk about why this bill is practically unworkable. The first issue, and it's a major issue, is renouncing citizenship isn't always possible. In many countries, you can't just give up your citizenship. Some countries don't allow renunciation at all, and others make it discretionary. You can also become a citizen without ever choosing to, simply because you were born, in another country or it's where your parents were born. So the idea that someone could be forced to renounce a foreign citizenship when the US doesn't really control that process anyway is legally messy at best. The U.S. Secretary of State cannot cancel another country's citizenship. That's just not how sovereignty works either. Then there are problems on the U.S. side too. There's confusion in the bill about how U.S. citizenship renunciation would even happen. So right now, renouncing U.S. citizenship is handled by the Department of State, usually at a U.S. embassy or a consulate that's abroad. So this bill suggests that pushing that responsibility to the Department of Homeland Security. And that would require entirely new systems, new procedures, staffing, and frankly, it would be a massive administrative burden and probably a nightmare. From a practical standpoint alone, this doesn't really make a lot of sense. And here's another interesting and very real and awkward consequences of the bill is that the current US president's wife and his son are actually dual citizens of the United States and Slovenia. So if this bill were enforced as written today, it would directly affect the president's own immediate family. That doesn't make the bill illegal, but it does show just how broad and blunt the proposal is. There's no nuance here. It sweeps very widely.